Have you ever wondered to yourself just how much mayhem one man can handle while taking his family out to a pumpkin patch in October? Oh dear me. Well, I'm going to share it with you in this video today. Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome back to Countryside Journey. I'm here with my buddies, the newest member of the family, because we just come back from Rougham Estate here in Suffolk, where we spent the entire afternoon with the family, running around, chasing these things, quite literally this exact one, I think, having hot chocolate, climbing hay bales, and doing a whole other bunch of fun stuff. Thought I would take you along for the ride. So without further ado, here's my little day out at Rougham Pumpkin Patch. So as we were walking around the patch, my son, the ever inquisitive discoverer that he is, using his smartphone, obviously, because teenager, he was pulling up all these interesting facts about pumpkins and pumpkin patches and Halloween and all this other stuff. So I thought I'd share a few of those facts as you enjoy the visual feast that is me and the rest of the family running around this pumpkin patch. So first up, I didn't even know this. Apparently pumpkins are 90% water, which obviously makes them really low calorie food. So, I mean, if you want to stuff your face and not worry about too much in regards to adding those calories on, all you got to do is enjoy a pumpkin or two. Here's the other thing as well about consuming pumpkins. Every single part of the pumpkin is 100% edible. So yes, you can definitely eat the skin, you can eat the leaves, you can eat the flowers, the pulp, the seeds, and even the stem that comes out of the top of it. I don't know whether you want to try doing that, but apparently it is doable. The other thing, and this was actually really pretty cool to find out, was that every pumpkin has got approximately 500 seeds inside of it. Never really has felt that much when I've been carving them for the kids over the years, but nonetheless, you know, you've got to, if nothing else, you've got to believe everything you read on Google, right? The other thing is it takes around 90 to 120 days for a pumpkin to actually grow, and this is why the majority of farmers will go ahead and plant them around May and July-ish to be able to get all that big growth before Halloween as well. Now, my entire life, up until yesterday, when we went on this little adventure, my entire life, I always thought that pumpkin was a vegetable. Now, I just turned 50, and I just find out, actually, that they are technically part of the fruit family. I'm not quite sure why that's the case, but nonetheless, it is technically a fruit, although the majority of pretty hardcore foodies will still call them a veggie. Speaking of those pumpkin seeds, apparently the oldest pumpkin seeds have been found in Mexico, and they date back to somewhere between 7,000 and 5,550 BC. They've been around a while, haven't they, if you think about it? They also have a pretty hardcore historical importance around Native Americans, and they would grow the pumpkins or the squash along riverbanks next to maize specifically, and even beans, and planting them was called the Three Sisters method, which apparently allowed the three crops to sustain each other through good and bad weather. God, I'm turning into David Attenborough when it comes to pumpkins today, aren't I? Here's a fun one. Apparently the Pumpkin Chuckin Championship was actually held in Delaware over in the United States, where teams competed in a pumpkin launching competition where they were shot almost 5,000 feet from an actual air cannon. However, the event was cancelled in 2017. Not quite sure why. Maybe a pumpkin landed on somebody's head or something, but nonetheless, Delaware, pumpkin chucking. Obviously, a lot of people still eat pumpkins, and not just for Halloween, but I think the vast majority of those in the modern world, particularly the Western world, are without a doubt at this time of the year grabbing hold of those pumpkins, cutting off the tops, carving out everything inside and then enjoying a little bit of artistic creativity to be able to design and carve out their own personal pieces of art. Sorry, you caught me trying the stem thing out. I don't suggest you give it a go for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this week's video here on Countryside Journey. As always, it's fun creating these, particularly when the family's involved. Please go ahead and smash that like button if you've had a good time, and make sure that you hit the subscribe button when you're here as well. And hey, let me know below in the comment section, what was your #1 factoid that you've learned on this video? Maybe you didn't learn anything at all. Maybe you just had a little bit of a giggle like we did. But yeah, I appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you. Why am I stroking the pumpkin like this? Anyway, I'll see you next week. Take good care.